Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Saturday Night 5. Sorry, completely forgot last week to do it. What threw me off was I was on vacation the week prior, and I was in New York for that weekend, and then came home, had the rest of the week off, and then Saturday came, and for those that are unaware, I have a Patreon. I had a Patreon. I still have it, but it's gonna be going away this month. Nevertheless, I started making my Patreon spin-offs public. So you might have noticed on the channel a crap ton of content drop because it was made public. I'm going to have to edit the captions, the descriptions of each of them later. But right now, I'm just making them all public. So, yeah, we got the first 2 years up and then next weekend, I'll put the third year, and then the following weekend, I'll put the current, the last of it, whatever's last of it. And then I'll just, whatever episode you did after that is what you'll get. You know what I mean? So while I did forget, something did happen last week that I wanted to make this episode about. The world lost wonderful actress, hilarious woman, and just absolute sweetheart of a person. We lost Catherine O'Hara. Now, as you can tell from the description and the title of this video, these are my 5 favorite roles that she portrayed. However, starting off at number 5, I cheated a little bit because, well, I'll get into it when we get in it. Let's start at number 5 right now, actually. So number 5, I gotta be honest with you. When thinking about this list, I needed one more slot to fill. And that one more slot, I was going to make number 5 because it was probably going to be one that I wasn't too familiar with. But since her passing, I've seen a bunch of clips and stuff on YouTube and stuff like that of some of the characters she portrayed. So I'm jumbling it together as one selection, even though it's multiple characters. And what I'm referring to is her various roles on SCTV. Now, I know SCTV was more of a Canadian thing, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't grow up watching it, unless I don't remember. I mean, it might have been on. Don't come at me if it was on American television. I would imagine. But I know it was big in Canada. That's all I know. But I don't know if it was like big in America, as big in America. Forgive me, because like I said, I didn't grow up watching SCTV, so I don't know. But the stuff I've seen her in on that show was pretty hilarious, and makes me want to actually dive in to said show. So maybe once I'm done binging a certain other show that may be on this list, spoiler alert, it's up next. It is. But maybe I'll dive into if it's on. I wonder if it's on a streaming service. I hope so. I hope so. We'll see. But maybe I'll dive into some SCTV this year because I would love to, not just for her, but everyone else who was on the show. You know, John Candy and Eugene Levy, Rick Moranis, all that stuff. So, yeah, there's a possibility I'll get into that when I can. So, but the clips I've seen her in from that show seem to be, I was laughing at. So, yeah, that's why I figured. That's also where kind of she got her start, I think. So that's why I included it in this list as well, if I'm not mistaken. Number 4. So I just mentioned it previously. I was tardy to the Schitt's Creek party. So I didn't discover Mario Rose until after the show has ended. And I've been binging it on Hulu. Since then, I took a break. And then since I took a break, Hulu is now on Disney Plus, merged with Disney Plus. So that screwed up my entire thing because I got to figure out where I left off, what season. I think I was on season 4 when I left off. I think. Not 100% sure. We'll have to go back and double check that as well. I'm almost positive I was on the start of season 4. I think was the last episode I saw. Because I remember the last episode watching was, I think that I remember was the Christmas episode. I don't remember what was after that. I mean, that was the last season for another season. I think there was a season 3 finale, possibly, or season 4. I don't know. I'll have to look, like I said. But yeah, Moira Rose is incredibly wild and hilarious on this show. She portrays this woman as only she can, and it's great. I absolutely love it. The way she talks in it, the way she's like all, stuck. She sounds all stuck up, but at the same time, it's just so good. She's better than everyone else. It's just so good and hilarious. And if it's and the chemistry she has with not just Eugene Levy, based on from her time on SCTV together, but also like her chemistry with Eugene's son, and who's also on the show. And then the whole cast is just amazing. The show is amazing. But my favorite scene is obviously classic. The whole folding the cheese scene. Folding the cheese. You folded it. How do you fold it in? I can't fold bone cheese. It's great. It's your recipe. You fold it in. What does burning smell like? It's so good. If you haven't checked out Schitt's Creek, I highly recommend it. Because, yeah, I had a lot of fun watching this so far. Like I said, I gotta finish it. I'm more than halfway done, I believe. But I gotta finish. So I did back to that binge as well. But that's the thing. That's the good thing about streaming is you can finish anytime, Number 3. full disclosure, these last three, going back and forth as to what I wanted to be number 1, 2, and 3. At one point, I had this at number 1, but then I thought about it some more, and then I'm like, no, I watched that more, so I put that what I was what I thought should be number 1 at number 1, and I'll be honest. When I first saw this as a kid, I don't listen. As a kid, I don't pay attention to movie credits, like opening credits, and especially if it was like an animated movie. Like, unless I know it's actually this person, because I see it be talked about or something, I don't pay attention to who is who. So as a kid, I didn't realize it until I was an adult. That she was even not just one character in this, but 2. I'm talking about Nightmare Before Christmas. Sally herself. And I believe, not Beryl, I want to say Locke.
Nope.
I think. If it's shot, I'll write it and I'll fix it in post, but I'm pretty sure it's Locke.
Nope.
Is the witch. I know that much. Because then the other was Danny Elfman, and then the other was Paul Rubens. I know that for sure. But yeah. But yeah. The fact that she was Sally, the fact that she had a beautiful singing voice. You know, Sally. I love Sally's song in the film. I just I didn't put, 2 and 2 together at the time. That was Catherine O'Hara as a child. I didn't realize until, like I said, I was older, and I'm like, oh my god, she played Sally. To be honest with you, I didn't know who the guy was. I knew Danny Elfman did the singing voice, but I didn't know the actor who played the regular voice of him until I was older too, Chris Sarandon. So, like, sue me. What are you gonna do? But nevertheless, her work on animated films as well as, actual films and shows just goes to show her range. And like I said, beautiful singing voice, phenomenal singing voice as Sally in this movie. And then a fun little song with Kidnap the Santa Claus, where she also took part in. So yeah, definitely. Originally was going to be my number 1, but then I watched 1 and 2, my picks for 1 and 2 more than I've seen Nightmare. Believe it or not. So let's go now to number 2. Number 2, we'll put them together. Home Alone 1 and 2 as Mrs. McAllister. Why can't I think of the first name in damn it. I know it was Kevin's mom. That's all I knew her as. I can't remember her name in it now. It's dry. I'm drawing a blank. The damn age, man. Damn old age. No. Was it Helen? No, that's Griswold's. Another thing for post. Damn, I'm gonna have to look up a lot of stuff in post for this episode, and I apologize. But yeah, Kevin's mom. Come on. I watched this movie constantly, both of them constantly as a kid, and my wife and I try to watch them around Christmas time, especially. That's our tradition. Ever since we were dating, we would watch it around every Christmas time. We would try to, anyways. Truth be told, I don't think we watched it last Christmas, unfortunately. But so we broke tradition there, and I'm kind of bummed about that. But that's okay. We watch it whenever, really. Yeah, absolutely love those movies. Absolutely love and then here we go again. Second SCTV alumni John Candy in the first movie. Um, her and John Candy in that scene, the Portrayed, watching, going back to you know, dropping off to Chicago. Just great, you know, great role she was in. The concerned mom leaving her kid home alone, not by mistake, or not by accident, really, not on purpose. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, just it's I, the thing I really liked, and the thing that gets me the most is reading like Macaulay Culkin's tributes to Catherine, because she was like a natural mother to uh, him his own mother was. So I kind of that kind of hit me in the feels reading his tribute to who he still called his mom, Catherine. So, and then she was, of course, she was there when Macaulay Culkin got his star in the Walk of Fame, and yeah, so that kind of hit me hard reading that tribute to Catherine from Macaulay. But yeah, great chemistry in those movies, though the two of them shared, and the moments, heartwarming moments. Um, yeah. So if you haven't figured it out, though, number one, which in fact I literally just watched the sequel to a few days ago prior to filming this. So just because, number one, Delia Dietz and Beetlejuice. Oh shit, I said it 3 times. Sorry. No. Um yeah, the Beetlejuice movies. Come on, I've said it 4 times now. Fuck. I phenomenal. This woman does a phenomenal job in it. From the hilarious lip sync scene in the first one to the fact that now, if you haven't seen the second one, if you haven't seen the sequel that came out a few years ago, first of all, what the hell have you been waiting for? Second of all, in case you haven't seen it and you don't want to get spoiled, another thing I'll have to leave in post, I'll tell you where to scroll forward so that you won't get spoiled. And I'll only mention it once, what I'm about to say. And I'll even give you a heads up. 3, 2, 1. Very apropos that she, dies in the second movie, because, and if they were to do a third movie, now you don't really have to. I mean, it should be a nicer tribute to Jeffrey Jones, because he's not really dead, but he's kind of a scumbag. Anyways, but yeah, so I mean, it'll be a nice tribute, I think, if they were to do a third movie, But her character in both films as Delia is just, over the top. and just ridiculous. The second one, especially. Like to be honest, I kind of feel bad for her in the second one. The first one, it's like, nah, she's, she deserved everything she got. She was such a bitch. Second one, I kind of feel sorry for her. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's what my top 5 favorite Catherine O'Hara roles. Technically 5-ish, because I mixed multiple roles. Which, by the way, I didn't say what roles they were because I'm not too familiar with SCTV, and the only one I could come up remember that off the top of my head is Lola, and other than that, I don't know who else she portrayed. I can't remember all of them that I watched. So I'm definitely gonna have to do some research into that. Make that a project goal of mine later this year. You know, that could be just when I got nothing else going on, I want to watch something, turn it on if I can. Like I said, there's got to be somewhere I can watch SCTV episodes. I'm sure there is. There's got to be. Maybe Tubi or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But until next time, we will see you next week, because this is one of those things where since I've skipped last week, this was supposed to be the week I skipped. So now we're going back to next week, and then after next week, we'll be back on track. So be prepared to watch for next week's episode. Next Saturday, Valentine's Day. So maybe a themed episode surrounding Valentine's Day, or we'll see. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Something to do with that. That'll be fun. So yeah. Until next time. Thank you for watching Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live. I knew I was going to say that one time. Thank you for watching Saturday Night 5. Be sure to like and subscribe. And we will see you next time. For brand new episode. See you later. That was the chair. I swear to God, that was the chair. I did not just fart. That was the chair.